Hi everybody, it's Lisa C here. I am doing a live today on, of course, the amazing self-sabotage. Tell me we haven't all done it in some area of our life, whether that is relationships, money, weight, alcohol, boundaries. There is something in our life that we sabotage on. And it could be all of them. It could be just one. Doesn't matter. But tell me if you've ever been in this situation. Write yes below if you've ever been here. I'm laughing because I'm like, oh my God, I literally, yes, I do this when I was going over this week. So it's something you've been working on. You're like, yes, I've got this goal and I want to achieve this and this is going to feel really good. And then something happens and this big wave of emotion comes over you and it's a lot, it's intense. It could be anything from stress to triggered to, even just not having your basic needs met. Whatever it is, something happens and there's a big reaction internally to it. And you've been doing so good. You have been on point with this. Like you are 100% in. And then in that one moment, before you know it, you're back to where you started. And the best thing is that then you get halfway through, realize you're doing it. And instead of stopping yourself there as well, you just say, fuck it. What's the point? I'm sabotaging now anyway. Might as well just keep going. And, kind of does feel good. So that is a prime example of self-sabotaging behavior. And it is conscious and unconscious for some people. So some people are unconsciously doing it. I don't know if you've ever had like a moment, let's just use like eating is a good example where, before you know it, you're eating the cake before you've even realized you've got one out. Or you drive past the bottle and you're cracking open a wine and you're like, where did that part of my life go? I don't remember even doing that. Or spending that money. You go and spend the money and you've been saving so hard for a goal, and then all of a sudden you're like, I just need to feel okay about this and I'm just going to go and spend everything I've got and go back to ground zero. So it could be relationships. It could be, having an argument and you need to walk away, but you're not, because you're just like, well, we're already in a fight, so we might as well continue. Or maybe it's boundaries where, you've set these beautiful boundaries and then before you know it, you're saying yes to things again that you said you wouldn't do before. And so we find ourselves in these that are against, so sabotaging is against building towards our higher self and focusing purely on pleasure and safety. So it's very instant rather than long-term goal focused. And that is because of a core belief, mostly, but it's that feeling. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever felt that feeling, but it just, like the pit of your stomach, it rises up, it feels awful. And then the thoughts start coming and spiraling out of control. And it is extreme discomfort. It just feels horrible. And you want to escape. And the best way that you know to escape is to do the coping mechanism that you probably did as a child or at some point in your life that you put in place so you didn't have to feel that yucky feeling. Because it feels unsafe. It feels in your core, I can't cope with this. I don't want to be here. I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of great food. I'm not enough. And it's just such a loop that we want to feed that loop in a minute, in that instant. And we want to escape the guilt and the shame and the stress and the powerlessness and the abuse and the frustration and the guilt and all the things that build up. We want to escape them in that moment because it just feels too much to handle. and our brain automatically goes into survival mode and it says, I just need pleasure or safety. Give me what I need. And so we choose that pleasure because it takes us away from that pain and discomfort and struggle in that moment. But it's at detriment to our future self because we're choosing on the moment. And this is where our brain literally goes into override and it says, this is just what we do. This is how we do it. This is how we've done it for years. We just do this thing and it makes us feel better in the moment. But then you have to ask yourself, do you feel better after that? Really, truly? Not really. So then we do it again. And this is where we fall off the wagon and stay off the wagon. And I think it's such a beautiful awareness to bring in. So I wanted to give you 3 things that I do that help because let's face it, we're all doing it. You know, it's not just something that I've mastered and you guys haven't. I'm still working out too. We're still doing it together. There's always going to be things that come up. But the growth that I've found is, number 1, definitely bringing into your awareness your unhealthy coping mechanisms and your sabotaging behavior, and just focusing on one, bringing one into your awareness and going, that's actually not serving me. So it could be, that you're saying yes too much and you're going to practice saying no more and putting yourself first. It could be that you're going to give up at the alcohol. It could be that you're going to eat healthy on a regime. It could be that you're going to save X amount of money, or it could be that you're going to look to solution-wise with your partner and not argue. Whatever it is your goal, right? Bring it into your awareness what behavior you're doing to sabotage getting to that goal. And then you need to be honest with yourself. Am I doing this behavior to mask the emotions and cope, or am I doing it because it benefits my higher self? Once you come up with that answer, and you got to be honest at this point. Yeah, you got to look it in the eye and you got to be honest. That is when you're ready to actually take the journey. And I call that exiting the tunnel and being at the crossroads. And the crossroads are going to give you a couple of options. They're going to give you the opportunity to choose discipline to overcome your self-sabotage, or they're going to give you the option to do exploration. And I think exploration is something that we don't talk about and accept as much in this society. And I actually find it's the most beautiful way to build confidence and resilience in yourself, because we're so black and white. We're like, this is the right way to do it, so we should just stop doing it. It's not really how we work. We need little snippets of information to change that core belief. Just because we know that core belief isn't right and that sabotaging behavior isn't right doesn't mean we can just switch it off. We're not designed that way. We need to create evidence to push towards the better truth, a new way of living, right? So discipline is good for that. It's the short, sharp option. It's just get it done, and we can do that in certain aspects of our life. Some people can just be disciplined and just give up the drink and it's all good, or start losing weight, go on a diet and it's all good. But some people need more time because it's so deep-seated. We need the evidence that it's going to be beneficial to overcome this sabotaging behavior, that it's going to bring us more happiness than the behavior itself. So what I encourage clients to do is, if they can be disciplined, great. But if they think, I'm not sure about this, or I'm not sure I can do it, and they have that doubt, I always say, go the exploration route. Go and explore what it feels like to give it up for a bit and then come back to it. And what were the benefits? And why was it helpful to learn that? And what did you learn about yourself? Where are the triggers? Like, is it at the end of a bad week that I feel like doing it? Is it, when someone else is doing a certain behavior, it encourages you? Is it environment? Is it a certain person that's causing, more anxiety around boundary setting? Is it, being in a certain environment with heaps of unhealthy food? What is the factors that are causing you to do this. And when you stop doing it, you can really see where it's hard and where it's easy. When you can sit through those emotions and reassure your mind that you can actually get through it. And then you might go on again and see, oh, you know what, actually, yeah, when I do that sabotaging behavior, then look for all the things why it doesn't serve you. And then try again. And try again and try again until you reach a point where you're not sabotaging and you are ready for discipline. You are ready to fully commit to the promise that you made yourself, that you are going to live to your higher self and show up and love yourself so much you're willing to do the hard work. So I hope these things helped for sabotage. So remember, bring it into your awareness, be honest and ask yourself whether it's really helping towards your higher purpose, and then choose the fork in the road that you want to go down. Both are right. Both are right for you. You just need to know which one you would like to try. And that's everything for today. If you do have any extra questions, drop them below. I'm happy to help. Of course, make sure you share and like and follow along if you would like some more amazing content. And tell me what you want me to talk about. I am happy to do some more lives every single week. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you soon.